This is Jordan Poyer, safety for the Buffalo Bills. You are now listening to Cover One Buffalo podcast. Let's go.
Andre is, a guy that I think for people on the outside thought was going to be largely a special teams return type of guy. What, has he surprised you in any way with what he can offer this offense, or did you kind of know coming in like this guy can play a little receiver too?
Well, yeah, I really didn't know much about Dre. Obviously, he torched us a couple times last year when we played them, and it wasn't fun. And so to have that type of explosiveness in our special teams is awesome. But he comes out here and, he puts his hard hat on every day, ready to work. He asks the right questions. He talks. He communicates very well. Within our meetings, he pays attention. I'm not saying none of our guys do that, but he's just come in. Obviously, he's been in the league for a while. He knows how a pro is supposed to do it. He's been a good example for some of our younger guys. But he comes out and he's been, developing as a wide receiver for us. That's can run some really crisp routes, and he's going to catch the ball, and he's got that explosiveness like we've seen in special teams.
Josh, I know it's still really early in the preseason. Where would you say the progress is with the offense in terms of chemistry and being on the same page?
I think we're getting there. I'm not going to say it's there yet. And obviously, when we're not playing against a real team, real bullets flying, we won't really know. So I'm anxious to see how we do on Thursday. It's going to be a good little starting point for us, and we're going to work out all the kinks. And I'm just excited to play on Thursday. Excited to get knocked around a little bit and get the ball to some of our playmakers and see them make some plays.
What specifically are you trying to accomplish? What's your goal of things to do and get accomplished Thursday night?
I just want to put some good drives together. Yeah. It's preseason. I'm not sure if their starters are going to play, who's going to be in for them. But like I said, we're not really worried about that side of the ball. We're worried about how we execute and how we go out there. So I'm just looking forward to putting some drives together, trying to put some points up on the board, get us into a position where, how to make some field goals and go from there.
With that in mind, knowing the injuries that you guys have had up front, how important is Thursday night to make sure that you and the offensive line have good enough cohesion and communication so that you guys can set a good tone Thursday night?
Like I said, it's going to be a good benchmark for us on Thursday. Some moving parts, obviously we're not going to have everybody. We're a little limited there, but I trust the guys that we have in. They're going to go to work and communicate very well. We're going to go try and execute. So obviously with some moving pieces, and it's not going to be perfect. I don't expect it to be perfect on our first preseason game, but like I said, I'm just excited to get out there.
As the quarterback, how much of a level of concern do you have with the offensive line considering what happened last year up front?
I'm not really worrying about that. I got to go out there and do my job. I got to trust that they're going to do their 111th as well. With our, Coach Johnson in there in that room, he's going to get them right. On the communication aspect, they're going to be good technique-wise, and we're going to go out there. And as long as we communicate and we do what we're supposed to do, we'll be fine.
How much changes from your perspective as the pieces up front change?
It doesn't. Like I said, I trust these guys. They're putting in the work. They come out every day, and I see them talking and communicating and trying to get better. So as a quarterback, that's really all I can ask for. A group of guys that wants to go out there and wants to, run the ball and put their heads down. And, when the pass game happens, they know their rules and they protect well. And I've got no doubt that they'll do that.
How much more comfortable are you with this year than last year when the first time you went out and played in a preseason game?
It's night and day difference. It really is. And just the fact that I've been there before, last year, first play of the game that I was in there, we threw it long to Robert and, let him out of bounds just a little bit. But nerves are going to be a little less this year. Obviously, fans are going to be fantastic. I think we're going to show out, but it's going to be a good experience for our new guys, especially our rookies who've never played an NFL game. Just kind of see what it feels like, feel the energy in the stadium, and what Bills Mafia has to hold for us.
Josh, we spoke to LeSean and complimented your mental toughness. How do you balance the responsibility of, offering instruction to your teammates while also receiving criticism from them?
Well, Marcel, that's kind of how I lead. I kind of lead by example. I don't really like to talk a lot, but I need to know my stuff. My relationship with Coach Dable has to be so well that if somebody asks me a question, I can give them an answer with 100% certainty. And I think in turn, when people can ask you a question and you get the right information back, they're going to continue to look for you and ask you the same questions and just kind of follow you there. So I think that's a relationship that's still building, and I'm still getting there, but I think we're in a good place right now.
Josh, LeSean had a tough year last year, something he's not used to. Have you noticed any difference, whether it's physically, mentally, vocally, from him dating back to the beginning of OTAs?
Well, obviously he works hard, but this year I think there's just kind of been a different tune that he's been listening to. He comes out every day ready to work, learn. He knows the playbook. He'll correct me sometimes if I move him to the strong side or the weak side, and he'll give me some little jabs that he always does. But he's a great guy to have in the locker room. Obviously, he's one of the best running backs that the game's seen. So to have him on this team, have his leadership, to have his playmaking ability, it's going to be special for us this year.
Josh, you kind of touched on it a little bit about the rookies going in there and getting their first taste of NFL game action, but especially with Tyree being right there and being in kind of your position of last year, coming in new quarterback. What advice have you given him? Have you talked to him about, preparing for Thursday? Yeah,
I think he got kind of a taste when we did our little red-blue deal in the stadium a few days ago. Just knowing that there's going to be a lot of people there. It's not practice anymore. It's another team. You can and you will get hit, so be prepared for that. But, he's a big guy, big frame. I know he's not worried about that. But when the opportunity presents itself to go deep, obviously he's got a big arm. He wants to show it off, and, kind of how I was last year and still am a little bit. But, whatever the defense gives you, just try to take it. The smart play is the right play.
Josh,
yeah.
Is this camp beard, or are we growing this right into the regular season?
It's coming off. It's coming off. It's the best that I can do, and it's probably the worst that many people can do. So I'll take it.
Josh, with camp winding down, what type of rapport have you been able to build with your receiver core the last few weeks?
Yeah, obviously the timing's getting there. Just little subtle eye signals and hand signals that we're getting down. Reading their body language, like with the slot that we have in Cole and some of those guys, Ray and Isaiah. Just their body lean and how they're getting in and out of breaks, and trusting them in certain coverages to be where they are. I think that's going to continue to build up, and I'm excited that we've got guys that know what to do. Obviously, having an older guy like Cole, who's been around the league for a while and can kind of teach these young guys about certain ways to run routes and certain coverages, and he's going to be a valuable asset for us.
Josh, first time, long time. How does the role of a good long snapper play into your job as a quarterback for the Buffalo Bills?
Reed, that's a great question. I really appreciate you asking that. I go out there sometimes, I'll long snap just in case. You never know. Coach might call my number. I'm still waiting for it. But I think we got the best in the business on our team. And but I'm there. I'm there if he needs my help. So that's all I got to say about that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.